Good evening. We're doing Division 1, the weekly roundup. Joined this week by the great man Sean Dutchy Holland, joining us back by popular demand, mate.
Pleasure to be here, mate.
So, yeah, I'd like to get you a few more times this year. So you're a hard man to get. You had to go through your manager and all. So, yeah, very tough gig. The stream of women here getting your autograph earlier. That was red carpet, everything. So
We'll roll with that.
Roll with it. With the first game, Ross Trevor continued along their merry way. 19-14, 128, defeated Modbury. 10 goals, 11-71. So good win to Ross Trevor.
Yeah, best part of 10 goals. Good win.
Good, yeah, darn good win there. Them and Gullies are the best sides we've seen this year. There's no surprises why they're sitting first and second. So better players for Ross Trevor were Holm, McCullum, Will O'Malley, Wilkie and Jordan. Dinham, the ex-North Adelaide player up forward, kicked 3. Heath Kamain kicked 3. A couple of big targets up there for him. Bacanello kicked 2. Jordan kicked 2, and a host of singles. For Modbury, seen them earlier in the year. They were quite good, but probably a little bit off Ross Trevor. Hard coming from Division 2. Marshall was best. Burrows, Cross, Burns, and Rankin. So Holland kicked a couple. Denmeady a couple. Cross a couple. Burns a couple, and some singles. So yeah, Ross Trevor just rolling along just nicely at the moment.
I think what stands out for me there is the even spread of goal kickers for Ross Trevor. You know, it's a very good sign. So.
Very well balanced side. They've got some really good tools up there. We notice they really need the most valuable player is not their best player, but the most valuable player is Butterworth or Ruckman.
Yep.
We saw them when he was rucking. We saw them when they had to use makeshift ruckman. And with that great midfield they've got, they really need a bit of usage of the ball.
Yeah, it's a big void to fill Ruckman.
Yeah. Next game, mate?
Tetra Gully went out to St Peter's and left with the points. 13-12-90 defeated St Peter's 8-5-53. Better players for Tetra Gully in the win were Hoggard, Tiggerman, Bilby, Spittle and McKay. Goal kicker Spittle 4. Young Dylan Showmaker's got a couple, as did Pasanos. Trent Melville got a couple. Stenty, Bilby and the big Clint Dow got a single one for the Tetra Gully.
Yeah, for St Peter's, Luke Trenorden kicked 6. That's great effort in a side that's only kicked 8.
Yeah, it's very good effort. And
Owen Sharp kicked 2. Calabrese, the captain from Sturt, he a good footballer through the midfield. He was a better player. Trenorden obviously played a great game. He was second best. Hayward, Weech, Finlay and Hall. Gully's outstanding. Ryan Spittle, he's been outstanding this year. What we've seen of him. Kicked 4.
Seems very consistent.
Yeah, Pete Persinos, he's from Norwood, playing a fair bit of league footy. Trent Melville gives him
consistent.
Yeah, it gives him a target up there too, and stand on a wing. They're really good through the midfield and up forward. So very, very good side, Gullies. Prince Alfred 15-10-100, Port Districts 6-13-49, 51-point margin to Prince Alfred at large. Now that surprises me.
Yeah, margin certainly does. Again, a lot like other games. I mean, this game here, it's not so much the result; it's more the margin at large. You know, like they generally play their fortress fairly well. So. Yeah. For Prince Alfred in the win, McNamara and Castry got 3 apiece. Best Brock, isn't it? Castry's a handy footballer. Yeah. Clark got a couple, and then singles to Kerbier, Tramos, Bartlett, Seawolves, Wigwill, Dowwood, Crawford and Pitt. Better players in the victory were Hayden Jolly, Best on, Lang, McNamara, Coles, Perryman and Wicks rounded out the better players in the impressive victory at Largs.
And just starting to get some players back after starting the season a bit slowly, Prince Alfred, and just hitting their straps at the moment. James Batty kicked 3 up there in the forward pocket there for Port Districts. Williams kicked a couple. Big Anthony Carlisle knocked Alapades. Anthony kicked one.
Yet to make an appearance, is he, Alapati?
Don't think so.
No.
Best players was Jossie Rosenthal back in defence, Batty up forward. Troy Slavikas, he'd be running around on the ball. Trent Heffernan, darn good footballer on the ball. And Drogamullah. So, yeah, good win to Prince Alfred. At Largs. Always tough to win at Largs. So, yeah, very good win. You know a little bit about this, mate?
Yeah, Salisbury North, they got the win. They got the win. They weren't overly impressive, but they got the win 12-10-82 to Paynham 11-13-79. Like I said, wasn't overly impressive. Quarter time, had a good first quarter, continued in the second quarter. Probably got a little bit of ahead of themselves and let Paynham back in a little bit, but fairly close most of the day. Young Hood up forward was good with 4. Ben Wiles and young Jake Wagner. He's been real impressive form, young Jakey Wagner. Jamie Solly got a single. Russo, Drainer and Fielding singles. Better players on the day, no surprise with Clinch. Very good football. Alex Stengel does what he does. Wiles, Drainer and Hood. But one impressive thing for me was, and very un-Salisbury North like it must be said, was I believe it was 6 players of their 2013 or 14 under-16s premiership side all played A-grade on the day.
Gee.
So I think they've probably, reality says it's not their year this year. They've lost a little bit of top-end talent. They've also lost depth and top-end talent. So, I mean, Eichner was a big out. Paul Dryman was a big out. The rest of them were probably just more depth players. Yeah. So now they're just going to, from my opinion, it looks like they're going to blood some kids and hopefully stay in Div 1 and try and build again for next year. So,
the world coach with Chappie and Dallas Wiles out there.
Yeah, Wiles, I think he's coaching, assistant coach of the 1s and coaching the 2s.
Yeah.
So,
he's very strict man, Dallas. So, they're in very good hands, Salisbury North. So, Paynham, they have had some injuries, but they're slowly starting to get. They've got Nick Jolly back. Kicked 3. Stratus Agarastas kicked 3. Paul Lowy's been out all year. He's been the runner, kicked a couple. Allegio, Agarastas and Nye all kicked singles. Pinchy Donahue, best on ground. Their captain, Jonathan Giannini. Matty Nye, Brett Ansell and Allegio. So they're going to have to start getting moving now, Paynham. They have had injuries. There has been excuses. They're starting to get the players back. They probably need to start winning now, though.
Well, I mean, if we look at St. Peter's are sitting bottom of the ladder without a win, and you got Salisbury North and Paynham with a couple each, and then they're one behind, Adelaide Union, Modbury. So early wins, it's just going to make you run home a hell of a lot easier.
Injuries early on, and they've got Liam Davis with a broken hand, and things like that.
He's a 3 or 4 goal a game player, so improving straight away.
Yeah, they're Jolly out and Lowe and Jolly, Lowe and Davis there the other week, and they just didn't have a forward line.
Yep.
So, Goodwood Saints 13-13-91. Adelaide Uni 9-5-59 at Uni Oval. Probably no surprise.
No, Goodwood interesting for me. They seem to be just sleeping under the radar. Obviously they had that absolute dominating period for a long period of time. Then they deemed to be dropped off and missed the finals, and now they just seem to be coasting along quite nicely. So in the win, Barry was named best on and kicked 4. Price and Dempsey got a couple. Dempsey's still getting it done. Very underrated footballer. Hughes, Kells, Turner, Sacker and Burns all singles. As stated, Barry was best on. Turner and Travi Tuck, third best. Elms and Carter rounding out the 5.
Big Ruckman, big Carter.
Yep.
They're the third best side I've seen this year, Goodwood. I haven't seen Prince Alfred, but Goodwood just a little bit off the mark from Gullies and Ross Trevor. So they probably need to improve a little bit to match those top 2, what I've seen. Lucas Andonigas, he kicked 2 for Adelaide Genie. Will Paynter kicked 2. Offie kicked 2. Better players every week. The Paynter boys, Seb and Will, they were best and second best. Offie, Taylor, Grice and Dads. So, good win to Goodwin Saints, mate. And we'll just go to the ladder. So we can just have a cast our eye over.
Ross Trevor leading the way and Gully's just behind him on percentage. So they're the two games ahead of Goodwood, Prince Alfred and Port District.
Just at 1.5 there, that draw there.
Oh, sorry, Goodwood's had the draw. So Goodwood's third with the draw, and then you got Prince Alfred and Port Districts on 4 and 3. I'm somewhat surprised to see Port Districts in the 5. I certainly didn't have them there pre-season, but hey, proves I'm not such a good judge. So Uni 6 a game outside with 3 and 4, as our Modbury percentage, very little percentage between them two sides. And as stated earlier, Payneham and Salisbury North, that one win behind them. So realistically, you'd think St Peter's will be in Division 2 next year. And it's a matter of who's going to join them. So, and for me, there's still the 4 sides: Adelaide Uni, Modbury, Payneham and Salisbury North. But I certainly think Payneham, of them 4 sides, has the most upside, just for having them key targets out early. Obviously, after the bye, you know, they're back in and back in.
Davis is still a while away. I reckon he's about another 8 away.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, for me, they've still got they've got the most upside of the 4.
Too many good players not to be up there.
Correct, yeah. So Salisbury North certainly lack depth. I mean, anything. I mean, touch wood for them, it doesn't happen. But anything happens to a Solly, a Sengel, a Matty Sharp, a Russell Hood. You know, they just can't afford injuries. Evo and Joey Hay, you know, something happens to these guys and they just literally have no depth whatsoever. So.
Modbury, you know, see Modbury there.
Hot and cold.
Yeah, but I mean, first year up, I think they've been quite good. I don't think they'll get relegated. I mean, what I saw of them, but it's hard to mount a case who will get relegated with St Peter's at this point. You know, Uni is still in the hunt, maybe to get relegated. I don't know, but at the top of the tree, Ross Trevor and Gullies are the best 2 sides I've seen. Goodwood, Prince Alfred, after a slow start, are coming good. Yeah, they seem to be the sides that will probably fight it out, we'd think, mate. This week's games, we'll just go to this week's games. Ross Trevor playing Adelaide Uni at
home?
At Campbelltown.
Yeah, no, Ross Trevor for me at home. Uni seem to, you know, they play well at home. I'm not so sure about their record away, so Ross Trevor for me.
Yeah, you can't see Uni beating Ross Trevor, who probably the best balanced side I've seen. We're live calling the game between Goodwood Saints and St Peter's Old Collegians at Goodwood Oval.
Unfortunately, a bit of a one-sided affair, I think, so you might have to...
yeah, I think Goodwood. Goodwood. Be a good game at Park 9. We've got Prince Alfred Old Collegians up against Modbury.
Prince Alfred for me.
Yeah, they're hitting their straps. Now this one will be a real good game at Payneham Oval. Now, if ever they're going to draw a line in the sand, it's this week. Payneham, they've got to win up against Port Districts, coming off a bad loss at home.
Jolly for me. I think Jolly's going to have a big day out and got that return to footy last week. Got it out the way. I think he's primed to turn it on for the home fans at Payneham, and I think they'll get the win.
Yeah, same. I think Payneham will win. They just have to, I think. And a few of the good players starting to get a bit of a run under their belt. Salisbury North taking on Teacher Gully at home, mate.
Gullies for me. Forgot to mention in the report on Salisbury North that the big journeyman actually got his first A-grade game for the year for Salisbury North. Mark Cox got in the ones for Salisbury North, so well, realistically that tells me Teacher Gully should win and win well. Yeah,
Coxie, gee,
getting on now.
Got some training jumpers. About 25 of them, I reckon. So, gee, that's I didn't even know he was out there. So.
Yeah, no, he's running around in the 2s, and then Salisbury North have parted ways with Reece Clinton.
Did they?
Yeah, to my knowledge, they have. So, yeah, it's opened the door for a couple others, but they brought in Coxie's bit of backup, I think. So.
But not in the ruck, that's for sure.
No, certainly not.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you next week.